All praise to YAHAWAH, bahasham YAHAWASHI. Double honor to the apostles and elders, great Millstone, rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalawam. Who is the kingdom of heaven for? There are a lot of people upon planet Earth that believe that the kingdom of heaven is for everyone. That's not true. I'm here to prove that that is incorrect. The kingdom of heaven is only for the nation of Israel. The nation of Israel only. Matthew chapter 10 verse 5. These 12 YAHAWASHI sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as ye go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. So YAHAWASHI gave his 12 disciples a specific order to not go in the way of the Gentiles. Don't teach the Gentiles. This isn't for them. But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So teach the Israelites. And as you go teach the Israelites, preach to them, prophesy to them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. The kingdom of heaven is at hand for who? The Israelites. He just said it. Okay? Go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, and go prophesy to them, saying the kingdom of heaven is at hand for them, not for the Gentiles. Okay? And after YAHAWASHI went back to his father, this knowledge and this truth was opened up to the Israelite foreigners who are called Gentiles in the New Testament. But those are still Israelites, okay? That's the whole point. Acts chapter 1 verse 6. When they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel? These apostles, formerly called disciples, the disciples of the Lord, asked him, will he restore again the kingdom to Israel? The word restore means to bring back into its former condition, to bring back into existence, to reestablish. All right, but because it's the same kingdom going back during the time of King David, King Solomon. It's the kingdom of Israel. That's why they're asking, will the kingdom be restored to Israel? Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 10. Now this is speaking about the kingdom of heaven. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. So what people don't realize is that the other nations, the actual Gentiles, the natural Gentiles, they're going to build up the kingdom of heaven for the nation of Israel, okay? The other nations are going into slavery, okay? The sons of strangers shall build up our walls, all right? And their kings shall serve us. The word minister means serve. Their kings are going into slavery. Their leaders are going into slavery. All right? Beginning with these international banking families. Therefore thy gates shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. All right, so the gates of the kingdom of heaven will always be open, so the other nations can bring in their riches. All right, the word forces means wealth, the wealth of the Gentiles. All right, and that their kings may be brought to serve us. Okay, so at the end of the day, somebody going to slavery, man. All right, that's the whole point. It will take slaves to build the kingdom of heaven. The streets of gold you read about, all right? Who's going to pave those streets? All right? Revelation chapter 21, verse 24. And the nations of them which are saved shall walk in the light of it, and the kings of the earth do bring their glory and honor into it. All right. Now right here it says, and the nations of them which are saved shall walk in the light of it. That's talking about the Israelites that were scattered amongst the other nations. Okay. That great multitude that you read about in Revelation chapter 7, verse 9. That's what it's talking about. And the kings of the earth do bring their glory and honor into it. They do bring their riches into it. Their riches, their wealth, their gold, their silver. All right. Their women, everything that they have, these other nations will bring into the kingdom of heaven. All right. And it says, and the gates of it shall not be shut at all by day, for there shall be no night there. Now we're still going to have night, but it's talking about the wisdom and knowledge of bahasham YAHAWASHI will be magnified. Okay, so the gates will not be shut day or night. It's saying the same thing that it said in Isaiah. Okay, verse 26. And they shall bring the glory and honor of the nations into it. So these other nations are going into slavery. Okay, that's how they're going to bring their glory and honor into the kingdom. All right. So going back to Isaiah, Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 12. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish, yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. All right. So that's the point. They will be forced to serve us. All right. Verse 14. The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of the Lord, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel. All right, so that's the whole point. All right, Zion is another name for Israel, which means memorial or monument. Okay, to Zion. All right, so that's the point, man. This kingdom that's coming upon planet Earth is not for everyone. It's only for the nation of Israel, and the nation of Israel only. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them, and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord, for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. All right, so going back to verse 1, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel. All right, let's deal with that. The Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel. That word yet means for him to choose us again, or still. He's going to still choose Israel. Okay. Zechariah chapter 1, go down to verse 17. Cry yet, saying, thus saith the Lord of hosts, my cities through prosperity shall yet be spread abroad, and the Lord shall yet comfort Zion, and shall yet choose Jerusalem. All right, go to chapter 2. Chapter 2, verse 12. And the Lord shall inherit Judah his portion in the Holy Land, and shall choose Jerusalem again. And shall choose Jerusalem again. All right. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Revelation chapter 7, verse 4. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. All right. So that's the Lord having mercy on Jacob and yet choosing Israel. All right. So it's going to tell you 12,000 out of each tribe. All right. Of the children of Israel. Now, when you go down to verse 9, after this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands. This is the strangers being joined with them, the Israelites that are scattered abroad, that live among the other nations. Those are the strangers. They're really Israelites, but they've been scattered amongst the other nations. Okay, when you go to James chapter 1 verse 1, it tells you about the 12 tribes that are scattered abroad. Those are the strangers. Okay, Ephesians chapter 3 verse 20, now unto him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us, unto him be glory in the church by YAHAWASHI throughout all ages, world without end. Amen. The Lord is able to do beyond what our minds can think. This kingdom that's coming is only for the nation of Israel. World without end. It's going to be a world without end. Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end. The same thing that is said in Ephesians chapter 3 verse 21. Isaiah chapter 65 and verse 17. For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered nor come into mind. So it's going to be new world powers. All right, a new kingdom, a new rulership, a new government. It's going to be the same planet Earth, but it's going to be a new kingdom. But be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing, and her people a joy. So wait a minute. This new heavens and the new earth is for his people. Jerusalem, the Lord's people. All right, verse 19. And I will rejoice in Jerusalem and joy in my people, his people. And the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her, nor the voice of crying. Revelation chapter 21 verse 4. And the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. Isaiah 65 and 17. For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered nor come into mind. So it's all saying the same thing. Okay, Daniel chapter 7 verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Daniel chapter 7 verse 22. Until the Ancient of Days came, and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High, and the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom. Daniel chapter 7 verse 27. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him. So the saints will possess the kingdom. Now who are the saints? Who are the saints that will possess the kingdom? Psalm chapter 148 verse 14. He also exalteth the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye the Lord. So the saints that will possess the kingdom are Israelites. Okay, the saints, the holy people, those are the Israelites. So this kingdom that's coming, according to the scriptures, is only for the Israelites. Revelation chapter 21 verse 10. And he carried me away in the spirit to a great and high mountain, and showed me that great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from the Most High, having the glory of the Most High, and her light was like unto a stone most precious, even like a jasper stone, clear as crystal. Now, this isn't talking about a city falling from the sky. All right, it's not talking about a big city falling from the sky. This represents the people of the Lord. All right, the people of the Lord descending out of the sky from the chariots. All right, the saints shall take the kingdom. The saints are about to take over the world. When you read in this scripture, all right, having the glory of the Most High, and her light was like unto a stone most precious, like a jasper stone, clear as crystal. Verse 12 is the point. Revelation chapter 21 verse 12. And had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. So that's the whole point. The names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel will be written on the gates of the kingdom of heaven. Our names will be written on the gates of the kingdom of heaven, of the 12 tribes. So with that, I want to give all praises to Yahawah, bahasham YAHAWASHI, double honor to the elder apostles of great Millstone and the elders under them, and honors and blessings to the elect. Shalawam.